Welcome to another video of Walk on the Wild Side, and I'm here in a very sunny Blackpool. Check out the blue skies we've got here in Blackpool. I'm just here on Church Street behind me, and this building here is the Salvation Army Citadel. It used to be the Blackpool Grammar School, and if you go back even further than that, there used to be a nunnery here. And there also used to be a gatehouse there to Rakes Hall Gardens back in the olden days, and that closed at the turn of last century, I think, well before Stanley Park came along. Yeah. Anyway, there's quite a lot going on around. It's pretty busy around here, I'm telling you, on Church Street. They're knocking houses down just up the road and they're building new stuff, so I thought we'd take a little bit of a nosy around the streets and see what's going on. So we're starting here on Rakes Parade in Blackpool, looking down Rakes Parade there, and that church there with the big spire is called the Fylde Coast Church Alive. I don't know what its original name was, but let's take a look at this building here. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? The Salvation Army. Like I said, it was originally the Blackpool Grammar School, and right here stood the gates to Rakes Hall Gardens. It's a bit like Marble Arch, really. Yeah, it's all changed now. Yeah, so all this behind it, you see all this, where that church is, all behind there was all a massive park with a lake and ornamental lawns, and I believe they had a monkey house as well. So yeah, and like I said, that was running sort of from the mid 1800s up until the 20th century, and then it closed down and they sold it off to housing. And there's some quite swanky houses around there as well, but I'll just show you a little bit round here. We've got a little garden area here in front of the Salvation Army. A bit of rare green space in Blackpool. Look at that. Hey, can you see the tower up there? Look there, Blackpool Tower there. I always like to try and pick out Blackpool Tower wherever I can, but we've got a little bit of a green space going on here. So I'll just show you a little bit round here, and then we'll head up that way there, because I want to show you these. They've fenced off all those houses. You know, the houses that they're going to knock down. They've fenced them all off, so they're going to be knocking them down pretty soon. So this is Church Street. And we do have a few trees on Church Street. The thing about Blackpool is you notice that there's less trees towards the centre than there is towards the outside. You know, the outer parts of Blackpool aren't too bad for trees, but it's the centre that's really, really lacking. And I'll tell you what, this junction here is double busy. I'm just going to head across. That's a Regent Cinema just up there. Just here we've got Amin's convenience store. There used to be an awning around that, and they've taken the awning off. So that's where I started, just over there, the Salvation Army. And we just had a load of kids coming out of school. It must be St John's School just up there, so I'll have to be careful. I don't want to have any kids in the shot if I can avoid it. So yeah, that's Amin's over there. Used to have an awning around it. Looks like they've done it all up. Spending a bit of money on it, yeah? What do you reckon? Tarting it all up. I'm going to head up here. This is Grosvenor Street. And we'll check out where they've fenced off all these condemned houses. I have covered it quite a few times, you know, since they started the CPOs, the compulsory purchase orders, which the council did because they're going to put in a university just up here, and it's going to go from, I think it's I'll show you when I get there. It takes up a couple of blocks just up here. It's going to be massive. So this is Grosvenor Street. Did that shop over there used to be a computer store at one time? I think it did. I seem to remember that being a computer store. This is the junction with Corn Street. I don't know what that building is over there. It's pretty big, but it's boarded up. Some of the windows are boarded up. Just down there we've got Blackpool Magicians Club. We have a Magicians Club here. in at Blackpool. You get a cracking view of the Bowland Fells, you know, the hills that are out to the east on a clear day if you look that way. Let's take a little look this way, shall we? Looking towards the sort of southwest. I'm trying to work it out. There's a better view of the tower, isn't it? Yeah, southwest there. I'm going to head up this way. You see that property over the road on the end? Number 50 Corn Street. Well, got a bit of a grim history that, because that's where one of the murders happened. A guy, he murdered some people on the Isle of Man. I think they were all old people that he murdered and all. He was called Stephen Akimurelli, and he lived in a flat here. It was back in about 2000, something like that. Serial killer. They believe he killed up to 5 people, including his landlady, in that property there. And he ended up killing himself on remand, so he was never done for it. But anyway, we're now up to Milbourne Street, and look at this now. Check it out, look. So let's take a walk down, shall we? A cracking view of the tower, isn't it? But as you can see, they've boarded up from there. Now, I'm not too sure about these ones, whether, you can see some of them are boarded up, but maybe the council have. I don't think the council have actually bought them all yet, have they? I don't think they have, but we're on the border now of where this university is going to come to. It's going to come up to here, and well, I won't go down the alley. If you want to see a bit down the alleys, watch Paul's video, the Blackpool lads. He went down the back alleys in the rain, and I don't fancy doing that myself. They look to be locked off anyway, but this is Cookson Street. Say no more about Cookson Street. It does look a little bit of a war zone. Looking over there, you see that building there, that one in the middle with the 2 bays? That used to be a bed shop in the olden days. I remember it. It was called the Land of Nod. Yeah. And on this side we've got Tower Models. They moved to Devonshire Road. Tower Models, Devonshire Road. So I'll just give you a look down towards the region there. Cracking view of the region. Yeah. So it's all changed along here. Elm Computers. Used to go there in the olden days. Yeah, that's all bought up now. All these here now all boarded up, tinned up, as Billy Moore would say. But it's all changed, it's all for the good. It's going to take a long time though, isn't it? But it's starting to look, well, it looks pretty neat over there now, doesn't it? Who remembers St John's Market? Because St John's Market used to be over there. It was an indoor market. Long gone. But anyway, we've got this here. Look at this. This is Charles Street, as you can see. It's all fenced off. Let's have a little look inside, shall we? So they're going to be doing some work in here. Yeah. Let's have a little look and see. They're getting it ready for the demolition. Got a machine there. Yeah, these properties, they won't have been looked after really, will they? You know, in the last few years, seeing as they're going to get bought up to be knocked down. What do you reckon? And there's another cracking view of Blackpool Tower, and of course we've got this massive monstrosity. Do you think it's a monstrosity? Oh, I think it's all right. You can see it from a long way away. I could see it from Southport the other week. The African Caribbean supermarket, yeah, that was doing really well, that, I think. And they've had to go. I wonder if they've been able to start up somewhere else, because some of these businesses have, like I say, Tower Models are now on Devonshire Road. They took over the Rimmer's music store, and Clayton's, they're now on Topping Street, I think. So Clayton's and Jewellers are now on Topping Street. I just want to have a little nosy over here. Let's have a little look at this. Looks right swanky out here, doesn't it? I think the grass wants cutting though. What do you reckon to this? Hey, it's quite posh this, isn't it? What do you reckon? Tell you what though, the grass could do with cutting. If you want to play bowls on here, you might want to get the lawnmower out, I think. So I was just talking to someone back there on Charles Street, and he reckons that there's a few houses up here on George Street that are not sold, so they can't do anything with this lot yet. But eventually they will. But if you go back about, well, just over 10 years, back to about 2013 was when they all started to do all this here and put the new council offices in. There used to be a bowling place here. I'll tell you what, have Blackpool Council got any lawnmowers? Because I'm just wondering, I'm just looking at this patch of land here, this lawn, and it could do with mowing. What do you reckon? They need to get the lawnmower out. But anyway, as you can see over there, they have actually acquired most of them. But there must be just one or two left that they haven't got yet. But the university comes right up to here, right across there, up to that road there, Grosvenor Street, where I was before, and up to that corner there where the convenience store is. Tell you what, I can see the Bowling Fells down there now. It looks absolutely epic. I'll see if I can zoom in and give you a better look. Check this out. Wow, look at that. I just had to stick my phone on the zoom for this. That's an amazing view towards the east. I'll tell you what, the seagulls are going absolutely mental. They're nesting, aren't they? Nesting. Are they late this year or what? Or am I wrong? But when they're nesting and looking after the young, they go absolutely mental. I've been dive bombed a couple of times by seagulls because I saw a young one on the floor once in a carpet, or on the ground, a young one. And I got out of my van, and as soon as I got out of the van, a seagull came swooping towards me, and I thought, oh my goodness. So I had to move. So I'm now on New Larkhill Street. There used to be a road round here called Swainson Street back in the olden days. I'm going back a fair bit, but Swainson Street, and a bit of a story there. There was a plane that came down on Swainson Street. It crashed into another plane that was taking part in an air show. Going back to the 1930s, yeah, about 1935 or something, it crashed here. Yeah, there's a bit of history in Blackpool. If you look it up, I've spoken about the plane crash. In fact, I'll put the story in the description so you can find out about that. It was a little bit grim, but we're now coming into Bickerstaff Square, named after Sir John Bickerstaff, who was a former mayor of Blackpool and Mr. Blackpool Tower, you might want to call him, because Blackpool Tower might not have got built if it wasn't for Sir John. I'm just going to head over here. I want to show you something over here. Blackpool North. Oh, there's something going on over here. I just want to show you. Can you see that over there? They've got a massive auger. Is that what you call it? An auger? I don't know. It's just like one massive drill bit. Because over there is where they're building, I think it's MOD, Ministry of Defence offices, just over there. Yeah, that's where the Apollo 2000 electrical store used to be. Let's have a little look at it. It's looking pretty quiet around here at the moment, actually. So it's around about 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Blackpool. This is a look at North Station. So things are being done here in Blackpool, and that was just a little bit of a walk around just to keep you updated on what's going on here in the town centre with the houses that we're knocking down over there for the university. It's going to be slow, it's going to be really slow, but it's progress, folks. And if I'm still here in 10 years time, I'll come back and give you an update on what's going on. Hopefully I will be. But yeah, it looks all different. I mean, look at this round here now. Look, the Sainsbury's, the new council offices just over there. Yeah, so it's all changed around here in the last sort of 10 years or so, and it's going to be the same just over there. They're doing it bit by bit. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.